Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. One of my favorite albums released this year was this amazing box set from Madfish called Wishbone Ash at the BBC 1970 to 1988. It is a whopping 11 CDs and a DVD. It's got 109 tracks on the CDs of BBC recordings. We are going to completely go through this box set. Madfish has become I think Madfish is the best box set label in the world, really. But they have done an incredible job on Wishbone Ash. Amazingly, for this band that I love, that's nothing more than a cult band, really, in the United States, this is Madfish's fifth box set. The first one, the vintage years, 1970 to 1991. Still, I think the best box set I own, the best box set ever. This is incredible. They did the August 50th anniversary box set. They did this Living Proof live recordings. This is a vinyl box set of 5 live shows, 4 of which were on CD in this box, plus an original live show in here. And then the No Easy Road Wishbone Ash Live in the 70s, which really is a book, but it does have a CD in there as well. Which brings us to Live at the BBC, their 5th Wishbone Ash box set. Again, we're going to go through this completely now, and I'm going to compare it to the previous BBC recordings that I have, some official, some bootlegs, and how they differ from what's in the box set. Now, I have a playlist called Favorite Box Sets. There's exactly 31 videos in there. So each one of these Madfish box sets gets its own video. This will be the 5th video in there. Plus, I have videos in there of my favorite Stones box sets and The Who and others as well. So check out Favorite Box Sets and Playlists. All right, let's go through this amazing At the BBC box set. I have been listening to this thing, got to be 6 months already. So it is time to go through it. That's the outer shell. It comes out and it looks like this. Same kind of artwork, but it's really in book form. We will put this over here for now. Maybe we put it over there. We'll put it over here for now. And we're going to take you through it. I'm going to slide over here and we're going to look at it together. So basically you open it up and it looks like this on the side. You open it up and there's the first 4 discs. They look really nice. BBC transcription service reproductions on the CDs. If you go all the way to the back has the rest of the discs, which you could see there's another 7 CDs and a DVD. And again, they look like the transcription services reproduced on the CD artwork. Just great. All right, let's go back to the beginning. And besides the music being fantastic, what they did in here is just tremendous, which you will see. You get great photographs, but I am more than just a photograph kind of a guy. And you get different chapters, a mystical quality, future and past in one enigmatic name. And here's the hype sticker. I'll show you the hype sticker. I think there's 109 songs, if I remember right. And that's what it looks like, the hype sticker. So we'll put that over here. Let's continue. Let's go back. And the pages are really thick and glossy. This is where we left off. And you can see there's just a lot of copy. This goes through the whole history of Wishbone Ash with the BBC and the band in session tonight. Great photographs. Great copy. It's really, really well written by experts. And they go through the whole history of Wishbone Ash on the BBC and even their history in general and how, you know, the BBC and certain DJs absolutely love the uniqueness of Wishbone Ash. Caught in the act of BBC chronology, disc by disc, and it actually goes through each session, each song. And again, there are 11 CDs. There is a lot to take in, as you can see. So it goes through each disc, each song on there, how it was recorded, where, the history behind it. It's got that DVD, which we'll go through again. And you even get some clippings there and photographs. There's the BBC cameras. Very cool. And this is the best part. This is called Track by Track with Wishbone Ash. And you get literally song-by-song commentary in the order of the box set. And you get Steve Upton and Martin Turner and Andy Powell and Laurie Wisefield. Ted Turner is missing from the conversation here. But it is fantastic. They literally go through every song that is in this incredible box set, and they literally go through each track, and in a lot of depth, as you can see. History of the song is Goodbye Baby, Hello Friend. It's a personal favorite. The hit that wasn't a hit, but should have been a hit, or could have been a hit. Bad Weather Blues. So it goes through every single track. I think there's 109 songs on this. There is 109 songs talked about. Here is from the 1981 BBC, which was the Number the Brave one, which I was really excited about. And then you got even the latter day one. There's Cell of Fame, Raw to the Bone, and No More Lonely Nights from Twin Barrels Burning. And even after that, Clouseau from No Vocals. An ad from Wishbone Ash with Home opening, which is, of course, where Laurie Wisefield was discovered from. Missing in Action, The Lost Tracks. So this is incredibly comprehensive, but still some stuff is missing in action that seems to have been wiped and is missing. There's some great color photographs. And in the end, Playing by the Rules, there's John Peel talking about Wishbone Ash, and there's Sounds Magazine reproduction right there. And then you literally get into the real nuts and bolts of each recording. I mean, honestly, it's almost worth it for the book alone. My favorite part of this box was the track-by-track analysis from the members of the band. And then you get the thanks and the credits, and this is a nice bit at the end. They show the actual BBC transcription labels from the vinyl, because these things were distributed, which is what they reproduced on the CDs. And then you even get correspondences, contracts, and letters going back and forth, and contracts and things like that. There's a press release. There's Wishbone Ash right there. And one of my favorite things is clippings. And there are amazing clippings in the back from this time period. There's from the Marquee and opening up for the Who and others, and bands opening up for Wishbone Ash at that time. And there's the Strawbs and Wishbone Ash, and just really great clippings from back in the day. And then it ends with the good old Hammersmith Odeon right there with Wishbone Ash. Sellout concerts to Welcome Back Home, Wishbone Ash. It is a phenomenal book and a phenomenal package that I think you will thoroughly agree with that I just showed you. Now, let's put this back in the slipcase, and I'll tell you some comparisons. So, there has been some BBC stuff released from Wishbone Ash in the past, like this one right here. This is one that was released many, many years ago. These are not easy to find. When you compare these previously unreleased, they're different than what's in the box. So this one is from the Paris Theater in 1972. And if you go head-to-head to him right there, if you can see that, it is more complete in the box set. There's Blown Free Time. So it's just a little bit different. This one, a little bit in a different order, actually. They flip Time Was and Blowing Free, although they're pretty comprehensive on both. This is another official Live at the BBC recording, and this one's a bit of a mishmash, but it's on here. But there's more on here from the earlier shows. So this is like Blind Eye, Lullaby, The Pilgrim, Jailbait, Blowing Free. It's over there. Different recordings from Sounds of the 70s and Top Gear. And then this one flips over to 77 with Front Page News. So this is a really interesting one. This was a bootleg I had of a great, great show from the Glasgow Apollo in 1977. So the bootlegs are usually pretty comprehensive, but this one is still missing Bad Weather Blues, which is right smack over there. And then Wishbone Ash actually did release it through Madfish Live at the Glasgow Apollo. This is an amazing one. If you could find this, definitely pick this album up. It's incredible. But if you want to go head-to-head with it, you can kind of see it over there. The official release here is actually more comprehensive than the disc that is in the box. It's actually missing a couple of tracks. But very, still pretty amazing. This is a great release. Another bootleg here is from '78 from the Hammersmith Odeon. This is a bootleg that I had, and that is in here as well. And this was spread over 2 discs, but it's missing a couple of tracks on the bootleg. This has got the complete show. All these asterisks are previously unreleased recordings. This is a really comprehensive one. Here's 1980, another bootleg from the Hammersmith Odeon, and that show is over here. And again, not complete on the bootleg, but complete over there. So this is the most complete versions, pretty much. One that I was really thrilled about was I saw Wishbone Ash at a place called My Father's Place in Roslyn in 1981. Tiny little club, the original My Father's Place. That was on the Number the Brave tour. And, they were really... I thought Number the Brave was a great album. It's the one they did with John Wetton, but John Wetton didn't tour with them. They had Trevor Bolder in the band, and Claire Hamill was touring with them. So she was doing, background vocals and even did a lead vocal, if I remember right, on a song. I always, in my head, was like, I wish I could hear some of that Live 81 stuff. You just don't get any of that stuff on their official stuff. I finally got a bootleg on cassette of a BBC Rock Hour from '81, but it only was a couple of the tracks. So I was so thrilled that in this box set, it's spread over 2 discs. There's the Hammersmith Odeon and from 1981. And you get the whole show. It goes there to here. And it was thrilling for me to hear that Number the Brave tour. Claire Hamill's all over it, and very different. And they did Loaded, which is a song I always loved from a Laurie Weisfeld track that I always loved from Number the Brave. And they do a live version of it here. You can see it over there. And Kicks on the Street. It's a different kind of a tour because Andy Powell is doing all the lead vocals, so it's kind of like the current Wishbone Ash started sounding like that on that '81 tour. It's a bit jarring because you're always so used to the different vocals, and that's pretty much all Andy Powell. But really good show. I love the later one from 1988. That is, they brought Ted Turner back, and that's for the No Vocals tour, and that's a great one as well. The DVD's kind of a mishmash. You get different takes of Vastis and a lot of different takes of Jailbait. Some of them are not complete. It's just okay. And then 2 famous things that you've seen from Criteria Studios, Coming from the Rain and Goodbye Baby, Hello Friend. They're just okay. And you do get a double live 2 songs from 1980 right there, Helpless and Blowing Free. Good stuff. The DVD is just, it's not great, but it's nice having it. But I have some other DVDs of Wishbone Ash that are more complete. But overall, there's a lot of repeats. This box is really for the big fans. You wind up hearing the same songs, repeated because all of those classics, especially the August type tracks. But each show individually is pretty great. I've been listening to it, like I said, probably for 6 months because even for a die-hard fan like me, it's a lot to take in when you hear the same songs over and over again. So I listened to this show a couple times, listened to that one, and then finally heard each one plenty of times, so it's good to go. Wishbone Ash at the BBC, another great, great box from Madfish, the preeminent Wishbone Ash box set reissue label, that's for sure. The little band that could, for me here in America, 5 box sets, go figure. But this is a great one. The BBC stuff is live and great and highly recommended, and it's still available on Amazon. The price fluctuates, so if you're going to do it, hold out because it does seem to go up and down. That's it. Let me know your thoughts. As always, I appreciate you watching. And if you're interested in my favorite box sets, again, go to playlists, and favorite box sets is 31 box sets in there, including each one of these, plus this one, plus the Who and the Stones and others. So I will see you next time on the Alan Rosenberg Show.